long martial arts stick, bow staff, Jungbong, whatever you want to call it. This long martial arts stick training for beginners video, we're going to be working on the basic level curriculum. Levels 1 and levels 2, that means white belt to yellow, yellow to orange. If you're following the curriculum, you don't have to be following the curriculum to get some value out of this training. Start by twisting your wrist. But if you do, if you go to the links below, go to my website, pasquinelli.com. You can get that curriculum there if you want to follow it. It's just that's what I suggest. It's how you can get better faster. So you're twisting this way, going side to side. Today I'm using this rattan bow. Rattan shakes a little bit more than hardwood does. If you want to get a really good bow staff, I'll put the link below. I'll put it in the comment section when we're done. I've got a new site, a new section on the website where you can get easy martial arts weapons, fast shipping, and they're all high quality. Bring it to the other hand, same thing, you're going to twist it. Twist up, side to side. You're increasing your flexibility, strength, wrist, dexterity, getting blood in the joint, lubricate the joint, stay safe from injury, build power in your wrist. Now bring it into one hand and then back into the other hand. So you're going to start twisting out. And again, you're just building some speed, power, strength, flexibility, dexterity, grip strength. So you can fight with this, with your long martial arts stick, or your long staff, your bow, whatever you want to call it, Jungbong, gun, the Chinese bong, or maybe you do Silambam. Anybody do Silambam? The Indian style, from the Tamil region. All right, then you're going to bring it all the way over the top. This is all level 1. We're going to do level 1 and level 2 in this video. Try to go over the basic strikes, basic spins, just so you can get started and get really good really fast. You just do a little bit every day, but it's that every day, that consistency that really starts to add up. Trying a little bit different lens on the camera today too. See if that can help you pick up some of the moves a little bit better. My palms are facing away from each other. My left hand is on top. My wrists stay together. The right hand turns palm up. The left hand, hello, it's good to see you. Twist it over. It's been a couple days. My wife and I had an anniversary this weekend, so we went to the beach on the other side of the state. There's a beach right here, like 2 minutes out the door. We went over to the Gulf side. Really pretty over there. Hot too. Yes, this is excellent for wrist strength. Stop it here, push it back the other way, palm under. That makes that butterfly spin. It's good to see you too. Thank you very much. Yesterday I was pulling some stuff out of the ground, some big poles, rebar, and I was spinning it. Whacked myself in the head a little bit. I like to, if I find something this long, even if it's bent a little bit, I like to see if I can spin it. I was thinking about doing a series of videos called Can It Spin? Or Will It Spin? Or How Does It Spin? It's kind of just excitement and fun in this martial arts. Now, in one hand, you're going to go into the figure 8, both sides of the body. You're just making this thumb side, you're pushing with the thumb, pulling it back from side to side. Yeah, I don't know if you're like me. If you're like me, you pick up a pole, whether it's a rake, shovel, sledgehammer, painter's pole, sander's pole, a mop, broom, you start spinning it. Sometimes I'll spin the mop and I get water everywhere, or I start spinning the broom and then it's got dust and spider webs usually falling off. Can't help it. Passionate. You love something so much like that. All right, so you're just going side to side and you see, pull your stomach up tight. It's a small turn of my shoulder and my hip. Now this is the left hand. I have my left foot in front. Put it into the right hand and you're going to do the same thing. Just pushing down from one side to the other side, gradually increasing your speed. And again, with your thumb, you're just carving forward. You're pushing forward. It's a forward figure eight or infinity spin. If you look at that, that's the infinity sign. That's why they call this an endless spin. But it doesn't matter what you call it. This is a very essential move when you talk about getting started with the martial arts long stick. Now, if you've seen Silambam, you see that the hands are often together. Sometimes they hold it here, sometimes in the middle, sometimes at the bottom, and you can create a lot of twisting, a lot of speed and power. Try not to break the camera today. Just by bringing the hands together, creating that pivot point. But I want you to do it with one hand first and then start to go hello from one hand into the other hand. It's good to see you again. One side to the other side. And now start to move forward a little by taking small steps and moving back. Forward and back. Pull your stomach tight. Make sure your chin is tucked. Start to increase the speed of your twist. But all you're doing the exact same. This is how you started. Going out, it's this part. When you're over here, it's the exact same twist. This is how you transfer one hand to the next. Pass it into this hand, pass it into this hand. So when you're doing the forward figure eight, you take it when it's on the opposite side of the body. Left hand, when the left comes to the right takes it. When it comes to the left takes it, and you take it behind that hand. And I only say that because when you go to the reverse spin, you're just going to reverse everything. Let's do that right now. Put it in the left hand and pull with the pinky side. Now this is all beginner level, level 1 to level 2 training. These are requirements. These are things that if you were a student of mine and I was going to give you some kind of belt, although you don't need it, right? What you need is the skill. But if you wanted the belt, if you wanted to see yourself improve, you wanted to measure it, then this is what you would have to do. Good. Let's talk about the reverse spin. So I have thumb, pinky, right? Forward spin. Think about like if your thumb you could carve, right? Carve into some clay. You're carving a sideways figure eight, or a snowman, or whatever you want to call it, an infinity sign. Then put that away and you just trace it back the way it came, this time pulling with the small side of your hand or the pinky. That's the figure eight. And I find one of the best ways to get it for me is that if I'm going to slow it way down, I'm going to go into this forward spin and do that for about 5 seconds, stop it, and then pull it back the other way. And in my mind, I'm trying to trace that figure eight over here, and then trace it back and pull it. Another thing that might be helpful is if you do it to the side. You're just changing the plane. Now you go forward, and now it's going in the front and the back, and then you just reverse it, pulling it up, going in the opposite direction. Go forward. And that's a good way to train yourself, to get your brain used to it. And your hands, your muscle memory is to just go forward a little bit, and then go back a little bit, go forward a little bit, and go back a little bit, over and over again. Just challenge yourself, pushing forward and reversing. Do the same thing in the other hand. Go forward a little, and then reverse a little, and forward, and reverse. Now, level 2, wrist roll, wrist roll. So the spins in the curriculum on the first level are all of those basics, right? One hand to the next, figure eights, and two-handed figure eight spinning. But level 2, we start going into wrist roll to a wrist roll. Wrist roll. And so what I want to show you here is when you bring it here, open your hand, let it balance there on the back of your wrist. And then before it falls to the floor, turn your hand over, take it. You can continue to go around one side And I don't know if you can see this. I'm letting it slide. So we'll look at this line. Sometimes I put a piece of tape there, but pretend like this line is the middle. When I go around, that line is now up here, so I let it slide back down. When I go around, that puts the line up here. I slide it down. Sometimes you ask me, how do you keep your hand in the middle of the staff? And the answer is, when it comes back into a place of control, which is here, slide it back where you want it. See how that's up here, it's back. And the same is true going the other way. I can now go over the thumb side of the hand. Where's that? There's the line. So I go over the thumb side and see how far up it is. So when it comes here, that's when I slide it. There it is. I slide it back down. So you're going to get used to letting it slide through your hand so you can always regain the center or get back into the center line. So go wrist roll, try that on the other hand, wrist roll. It's just about balancing. It's about calming down, not slowing down. This is important when you learn how to fight. When you defend yourself, whether it's street fight, self-defense, or in a ring, some kind of competitive fighting, or maybe you're using your staff. Oh, one of the links I'm going to put below later has a combat bow. They're padded, kind of like a giant pugil stick, if you were ever in the Marine Corps. I used to fight with those pugil sticks. You get a little helmet on, or maybe not, just protect your eyes, right? And then you go whack. You can see if this stuff really works. Fight against somebody else, take their foot out, go full power, get one of those bow staffs. If you're down here near me, give me a call. I'll get some and we can fight each other. It doesn't mean I'm always gonna win, but that's how you get better, right? You get a partner and you fight. All right, so you have that wrist roll, wrist roll. What good is all this spinning if you can't defend yourself with the staff, with this martial arts long stick? And it's fun. I don't know if you're like me. Yeah, we're gonna do that right now. If you're like me, you like to get hit and you like to hit. Very few people are like that, truly. Love to just take the punch and throw it. Then it is fun, it's fun. Especially, you have somebody who's got some common sense too. Awesome, yeah, you can fight with all of them. All right, combination. First combination, you're gonna go back into your figure eight. Now we're in level 2. We did level 1 and level 2. We're putting them together. Level 1 was this figure eight. Level 2 is a wrist roll. Into a wrist roll. So now I want you to do figure eight. And then over here, you can see the way, because it's forward spin, it has to go over the small side, the pinky side of my hand. And when I come over here, it's going to go over the thumb side of my hand. So I'm going to do forward, forward, figure eight. So now this is a spinning combo, figure eight or infinity spin into a wrist roll and a wrist roll. And then reverse it. And this might take you a little bit longer to get to on the reverse, but the reverse is the same thing, only on this side now, instead of the small side, it goes over my thumb. And then when I bring it back over to the opposite side, it's going to go over the pinky or the thumb side. So doing the reverse, wrist roll, wrist roll. Go back into a forward spin, wrist roll, and then reverse it and do reverse wrist roll, reverse wrist roll. You only have two sides of your hand, so it's either going to be thumb side or pinky side. And when you're doing the forward, one more time, it's going to be pinky side here. Good afternoon, Vic. We are talking about weaving in level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is just white belt to yellow belt. Figure eight. Level 2, wrist roll, wrist roll. So when you go yellow to orange belt, like Vic's on, you have to show wrist roll, wrist roll. And then you're going to weave them together, wrist roll into the bow staff combo, bow spinning combo, right here. Forward spin, figure eight, wrist roll, and then reverse it into a wrist roll, and then level 2 again. Yeah, I know that you've got these. I think you were more, had more questions about the strikes. I can see Vic sends me some videos. If you guys want to send me videos, info@quantumstrong.com. Either send me the link, like to a Dropbox or Vimeo. I don't know if anybody uses Vimeo. Only if you're like a fancy creator, right? If you're a photo snob, no offense, nerd, whatever you want to call it. People use Venmo, or not Venmo, Vimeo. Venmo, you send me some bucks. All right, so I'm just doing my finger roll. This is also level 2. And this is a continuous. I want to see both continuous, and then I want to see 3-finger roll with thumb assist. So 3 fingers. When you get to the last, that ring, take off that ring. This gets in the way. You can leave it on or off or get one of those silicone rings. I had those, I break them all the time. Go through. When I shoot a lot, I'm not going to say what I shoot with. I want to get banned on YouTube. A variety of things that are challenging and interesting to me over the thumb. But when you get to the last 3, those 3 come together. It's almost like a wrist roll over the back. It balances here. The pinky's there for support. Pop the pinky out of the way, the thumb takes it, and you're back into your grip. So from here, 2, 3. Not yet. Not yet. This is what I tell everybody. Growth mindset, right? People say to me, it's the new trend in education. Yes, Vic will tell you. You'll get it, and you'll get it faster than you realize. Way faster. But growth mindset. We call that fixed mindset. Growth mindset, fixed over here, can't do it. As soon as you say you can't do anything, can't do it, can't find it, don't have enough money, don't have enough time, your brain drops it, doesn't think about it anymore. No solution finding. As soon as you say, can't find it yet, don't have enough money yet, I don't have enough time yet, or I don't see how I can make the time, but I'm gonna make the time. But as soon as if you leave your brain on, right, keep your brain switched on, subconscious mind figures it out, finds the time, finds the money, finds the, you know that movie, The Secret, everybody's talking about, all about the right mindset. I don't believe that like things fall out of the atmosphere into your lap, although they seem to for me. But I think it's because your mind always stays switched on when you say, I can't do it yet, but you just have to add that word. Yes, that's the basic rule of life. Anything you're good at, you like doing. Things that you're not good at, most people naturally don't like them, unless they have some other reason that they're excited about it, right? But, and that's back to that mindset. If you say, I'm not good at math, it's because you haven't found the right math teacher. You haven't found the right way to think about math. You haven't learned the way that your brain learns math, which is different, could be different than other people. So just say, I'm not good at math yet. Or I'm not good at names. No, you just haven't learned how to learn names or remember names. But the rest of your life, from now until you die, never again say, I'm not good at math, I'm not good at science, I'm not good at whatever it is, throw that in the garbage. You just say, I'm not good at it yet, and then you will be. Trust me, no matter, I don't care what it is. So you have that thumb. So this is rattan, and I finally found a link. It's not that I found it, there's a new service that one of the big martial arts suppliers is offering that allows me to put a link and allows you to go and see the thing that I suggest, and you can buy it. And if you buy it, I get a small commission. Better than Amazon, and not money better than Amazon. It's just that the materials that Amazon is selling, the bow staffs, I don't like that well. I got some in here. They're not bad. They're a good starter. But for the same price, you can get one from Century Martial Arts. And they have the new, I've had these things forever. I just didn't bring them down from Ohio with me. I can't think of the name, but it's a company, and they make every weapon you can imagine. Every like Japanese weapon, they make them out of foam, the hardcore, and they're flexible, and you can fight, and it feels like you're fighting. Put a little helmet on. So you can go to bow staff, jo staff, hanbo. You can get a katana or bokken, whatever you want to think about, however you want to see it. You can get a pair of nunchucks, and they're all made out of this foam stuff. and you just start whacking each other. And you learn if you're full of poo, if everything you're saying, man, I could fight, I could destroy you with my staff. Well, get the staff. Get somebody else to put some gear on and come after you. Have them come after you with a practice knife. Have them come after you just trying to punch you in your face. And then see if using your practice staff, this foam one, you can keep them off of you. Or, for more fun, maybe you have somebody like your brother, and he's got the foam staff, and you've got the foam staff, and not the foam staff they sell on Amazon. This is a totally different product. This is more like the Pugil sticks I used in the Marine Corps. It's not as thick, but they're made just for fighting each other. Collie sticks, they're all on there, so you can check them out. All right, so 3-finger roll. So this, again, this is level 2. Then, part of level 2 is that infinity spin with wrist rolls, and I'd like to see you be able to do both directions, although only going forward is the requirement. Both directions makes you better. All right, angle strikes. I'm looking at the curriculum here. So the first level, we have these basic strikes. The basic idea is someone's coming after you, hit them as hard as you can, knock their jaw off, right? From here, like I'm doing push-ups, one foot in front of the other, and don't worry too much about footing or stance. One foot in front of the other, punching to the face, punching to the face. Striking at this upper angle. And then second, down to the knee level. Because it might not be the knee. Maybe it's a dog, right? A rabid dog or a group of dogs. Maybe you hit the guy and you knocked him down, but he's pulling out something, bam, and you gotta whack him when he's on the ground for self-defense. So that's the first white belt to yellow belt, are these basic strikes. Level 2, one palm is facing up, one palm is facing down, and you have this first angular strike. And again, I say angle because you can do the angle high, you can go lower, lower. So you can do this to the face, and it stops here on top of that forearm. And you do it light a couple times to get a feel for it, but then you practice as if you might have to use it one day, and you want to have full power, full speed, full striking ability. So you go harder and harder. Temple, maybe the shoulder, maybe their hand's got a knife, maybe his hip or thigh, maybe his knee, right? Maybe that animal. That's the first strike. The second one is this backhand coming straight in like a punch. From here, just coming straight across. And it's a horizontal strike. This is gonna come through and detach their jaw or remove the eye for self-defense, or their hearing, right? Box the ear, blood comes out for self-defense. So you have down and then across. Be face, body, lower, but it's that horizontal strike. So strike 1 on the second level. This is yellow to orange. It's here. Strike 2 is across. Strike 3, the spearing strike. From here, spear. But you have 2 directions. You have here and you have here. Forward and back. If I were going forward to you, if I were to switch feet, I would push this way. Pushing this way. So see how this is more horizontal? This one is more at an angle. But it's coming up, it's coming in the middle, it's coming down, and mostly it's up here on the top of that forearm. That's the spear, thrusting, ski, T-S-U-K-I if you're keeping track in Japanese. But that's that thrusting strike. And again here, it can be horizontal, it can be up a little, it can be down. But it's just a thrusting strike. And then the next one is that pull cue thrusting strike. It's just a variation of this. That's a spear. That's also a spearing strike. And you can feel when you do it, you create not just a lot of power coming forward, but look at all that distance. My goal, if I'm fighting somebody for self-defense, is to stay behind my weapon at all times. If I'm here, if I can create distance, I'll do it. And then from here, I created distance. Now I have that second, or that first strike we did really, the angular strike, right? From here, maybe I'm here, and the same thing. I'm bringing it across. Yeah, that's why I call it the pull strike. It's like a pull cue, right? And it's super accurate too, because you're controlling. This hand is aiming, this hand is thrusting. That's why you want a strong, powerful grip. You get that grip from all of this. People ask me all the time, well, why are you spinning? You wouldn't spin in a fight. That's wrong. Don't spin your staff. It's wasted. No, it's not. It's like jumping rope, doing push-ups, punching the heavy bag, punching the speed bag. If you're a boxer, you're not doing any of those things in the fight, in the ring. In the ring, you're moving your body, you're boxing, but you have to be conditioned. You have to have power, speed, balance, coordination, and all that comes from jumping rope, hitting heavy bag, crunches with the medicine ball, push-ups, running. In the Rocky movie, they tie the string between his legs, and then he made him chase the chicken. Chasing the chicken. He's not chasing the chicken in the ring, but he's gonna knock the guy out because he's got better footwork. This is the same thing. You're not gonna spin your fingers like this for self-defense, but when you go like this, you have so much power that it makes sense. So if anybody ever asks you, well, why do you spin? That's wasted. Say, nah, you don't understand it. But that's okay. It's not your job to explain it to them. It's my job. Whether they listen or not, I don't care. Anyway, back to, where are we? Oh, so we have this, and then you just have this straight down over the top, right? If I come at an angle, come over here, then I just come straight down, just a straight down over the top, smashing them on top of their head. And it's not always their head. Maybe the target's their hand. Maybe they're punching or they're reaching and they got a knife, you smash it. You gotta remember the basic principle is you have distance, you have length. You wanna keep them back, keep them far away as you defend yourself. And if they've got a knife, that's better than trying to do it with your fleshy hands, right? Let them nick up your staff a little bit as your staff smashes and breaks their wrist or knocks the hand that has the knife or knocks it out of the hand or whatever. All right, downward strike, and then this upward strike from the back hand. So think down, think straight up. Look right here, catching them here, smashing their head back. Between the legs, right in their solar plexus. It's just a very powerful, hard strike. It's almost like an uppercut for a fighter, for a boxer. It's just coming up. So down, and you have up. All right, then we go into the upper blocks. Now look at this. Don't overcomplicate this. If we were here, this makes sense. If it's here, it's the exact same move. Straight up. He's gonna hit me here. He's coming into my face. I push it up and out of the way. Straight up. Same is true when you go straight down. It's just that the hands are facing each other. So it seems complicated because this makes sense for whatever reason, because your hands are the same. This makes less sense, but it's the same move. And it's powerful, it's very strong when you go up. You can do it up here, you step, step, step. And when I don't know if you can see, I can feel it, blocking out my elbows. Don't pull your shoulders up. Block out your elbows, lock them out. Push, push. And then blocking over and blocking over. Block. The hand that's back is gonna be up. If you were to step back, block it over here, block, block. Now, this side, imagine if it's coming in straight to your face, you would push it out of the way. Push it out of the way. 1, 2, it's as simple as that. But look at the angle. 1, 2. I'm pushing here and I'm pushing here. Now, if he's attacking your leg, it's basically the same thing. Because if you look at how far that stick is away from me, block, block. And that's in a traditional stance. They're all done in a traditional stance, but I'm not gonna be mad if you're not super deep. It's only level 2. It's only orange belt level. You're gonna get deeper, you get to the black belt level, you're gonna perfection in your stance. But we're gonna take our time getting there because there's so much to learn with defending yourself. I don't wanna get stuck in minutia, right? Stuck in minutia for the sake of minutia. So many schools do that. So many martial arts styles. It's just not me. I could be wrong. No one ever said I was. All right, so 1, 2, and this, again, I'm just showing you fast, but this level 2 is blocking, blocking, right? That nice angle. And that's pretty much it. There's also this coming up here and coming up here, but that's the next level. Don't worry about that. If you've seen this twisting, angular blocks, up, up, up. Anytime you're twisting here, creating that spiral, I'm trying to catch it on my camera here. Spiral, same thing here, spiral. That's when something's coming right to your face, or your throat, or your eyes, or your mouth, and you're smashing it in a small circle. It's like the knife hand block. And if you think about it, they're all the same motion. Your hand's doing the same thing, but your hand's holding on to a long stick. That's pretty much it. The form is the same form as the first level. Same thing you did the first level, but done more powerfully, quicker, faster, better stances. Not black belt stances, yellow belt stances. That means if you look at the belt system, the whole reason people think the belt system is all about the money, right? And trust me, there are plenty of martial arts schools that use that to make extra money. But that's not the real purpose of it. It takes a full curriculum, codifies it. That means everybody's doing the same. Then it chunks it out. So, because your brain only can learn small chunks at a time. And then white belt to yellow is a little chunk. You get really good at that. Yellow to orange, little chunk. Or whatever the color scheme is, because the colors change. Usually it's light color to dark color. And then some people make up these stories. The black belt is the blood, sweat, and tears, and I never washed it. It was me training for 1,000,000 years. And the guy's guts out to here, and his belt's all frayed, because he washed it with a bunch of rocks in an old washing machine down the street at the laundromat and some bleach, because he wanted to earn the stripes the wrong way. My belts fall apart and I buy a new one, right? They fall apart from doing this over and over, and it really has blood, sweat, and tears. But if you had a white belt, it's not gonna change the black. You're gonna have to either buy some RIT dye and dye it, or you go to the martial arts school or a supply store and they give you the next color, the next color. Don't fall for the mysticism, the myths and the mysticism of martial arts. It's all crap. And the reason I say that is because it's so easy to hide behind the idea that your martial art, not you, but somebody's saying, well, this martial art's so ancient and there's so much mystery and stuff, and that's the one punch that's gonna win the fight. Or we have the one secret technique that no one else has, and we're gonna win. No, you're not. It's if you train hard and you learn the basics and you get really good at the basics and you get a good training partner and you learn to take a hit and you learn how to hit and control yourself, you learn how to control your temper, speak up, ask for what you want in life, develop a growth mindset. All that stuff is important. And that's what keeps you safe, whether it's a street fight or your whole life. It becomes a way of living. Taekwondo, the do part, judo, karate do, taekwondo, whatever the other do's are, hapkido. The do means the way of living, the way of improving, self-improvement, right? The rest of it, yeah. I'll try, Vic, but I'm hamstrung because my county just reinforced this face mask thing. They're shutting things down again, and I'm kind of hamstrung, so I got to get my kids with me because I can't drop them off, and so I'm doing the best I can with these videos, but I will, as soon as I have time, as soon as things level out, I'm going to go back to the other format. Yeah, and I know you understand. The other format where I edit the video. I do it this way just so I can throw it up and get everything out that I can, knowing that I don't have time. South Florida, Palm Beach County, right by the ocean. We're gonna go right after this. We're gonna throw the bathing suits on because they're closing the beaches again on Friday. So we're gonna go out and play in the surf and get some seashells and make some crafts at the house. But first, we gotta finish this video. All right, so I think that's everything. Let's review it real quick. The wrist roll to wrist roll. You are now, but you won't be forever. And as soon as they lift this Wuhan goofiness, I'm gonna start traveling again. And I'll come to you. And we'll get somebody's martial arts school or a community center or something. We'll go to the park. We'll all bring our staff and we'll train. Because that's what I love. I love this this martial arts community, right? This virtual dojo. We're all part of it. All right, so level 2, orange belt requirements. You need to do wrist roll, both sides of the hand. You need to be able to do a forward figure 8, wrist roll to wrist roll. You need to be able to do finger rolls. Oh, wait a minute, that's not in there. Scratch that. Don't worry about the finger rolls. All right, this is all you need, Vic. Forward, wrist roll to wrist roll, and then you need the basic strikes in the Japanese style or the Okinawan style. I got one of those bow staff guys again who's saying, yeah, like I said, I said you're already there. You can go to the next level. You can start working on it. I'll have it up probably tomorrow. I already typed it out. Just have to drop it on the website. Yes, I sent it to you. Start wearing it. That's why I sent it to you. I knew this was going to go quick. And then I'll send you the certificate digitally. It's down, across, spear in both directions, high block, low block, and backhand blocking and blocking, right? Over this way, and I think that's it. Oh, downward strike and upward. These are my favorites, by the way. I love to do combination spinning, and then go into strikes, strikes, strike, strike, back into spinning. And that's coming for you too. That's, yeah, super strong. That's like in the next level. You're gonna get finger rolls in light blue to green. You're gonna get both styles of finger rolls. And then we're gonna introduce freestyle, one of my favorite things to do with the staff. Bow flow, freestyle spinning. But then the next level is freestyle spinning with striking combinations. Because if you can't fight with it, what's the point? All right, so I think that's it. Again, check out those links below and check out, I'm gonna put the new link, I forgot to do that, but I'm gonna put it in yeah, that's what this is all about, right? Is being able to, this becomes part of your soul. This becomes another appendage. This becomes an extension of your body to reach out and touch somebody for self-defense. That's what's coming next in the next level. But check out the links below. Go to my website, pasquinelli.com, or send me your videos. Just a link to it, upload it to YouTube. If you put it on YouTube, we can all share it back and forth. Or if you're more private, you're like, I don't want my stuff on YouTube. I don't want anybody looking at it. Send me a link, put it on in Google Docs or Dropbox or any of the thousands of different things that you can do. If you want my feedback. If you want my feedback, that's fine too. You don't need to hear my opinion. But it was so cool. We just had a family, a dad and his 2 sons, 13 and 17, just came over from Orlando. He was in town doing some work. He brought his boys with me. He said, I found you. My son loves Star Wars and double-bladed lightsabers, but I want him to learn the right way. And I want him to learn how to defend himself because the world's a little crazy. That's what he said. I'm paraphrasing. You know, it was an hour and a half. So we had an hour and a half workout. The guy found me here on the YouTube. He's close enough. He ends up being here, and he says, hey, son, other son, he had 2 sons. And they brought in, they had the bow